Hi y'all. Today I'm going to make a snack or treat. It's a sweet and it's really simple, and it's a knockoff on the Thin Mint cookies that you can buy from the Girl Scouts, and also, like the grasshopper cookies. I think Keebler makes them that you can buy in stores. Anyway, it's really just three ingredients: Ritz crackers, and then whatever kind of melting chocolate that you like to use, that you can dip pretzels and whatnot in. I'm using the Ghirardelli bittersweet chocolate chips, and then some peppermint extract. So I'm going to start with about a pound of these chocolate chips, and I'm going to melt them over a water bath on the stove, and then I'm going to stir in a half a teaspoon of the peppermint extract. So let me move over to the stove. Okay, so basically I'm doing kind of a double boiler method here, and I've got a pan with water about halfway up, and then I've got a glass bowl sitting on top of it, a dry, clean glass bowl, and I'm going to put my 1 pound or 16 ounces of the chocolate into the glass bowl. And once it starts, it was like, yeah, see, it's already starting to melt because the bowl was getting a little bit warm from the water under it. But as it starts melting, I'm just going to keep stirring it until it's smooth. In the meantime, I've taken a countertop and I've covered it with, I'm using freezer paper, but parchment paper would probably be ideal to use for this, because once we dip the crackers, we're going to set them on the paper and let them just set there till they harden up. So anyway, I'll be back once this gets melted down and it's real even and smooth. I'll come back. It's almost melted down, but there's still just a few little pieces that are finishing melting. It's only been just a few minutes. You just want to make sure that the water doesn't boil. You just want to kind of have it just simmer. And you can use a glass bowl or a pyrex bowl, just something that fits nicely in whatever pan you're using. And that's just pretty much to melt this chocolate down gently. So it's melted. The water's still warm in the pan underneath it, so it'll keep it warm while we're working with it. And then right now, since it's smooth, I'm going to go ahead and stir in a half a teaspoon of the peppermint extract. And that's what's going to give it that thin mint flavor, the chocolatey mint. Okay, I've got a trivet down over on the counter where I'm going to work with this, so I'm just going to move the whole pan over there. Okay, I've moved it over here to my island that I've got the paper on already, and I've got that peppermint extract stirred in. I've also got, I'm using some, since it's Christmas time, I figured I'd go ahead and use some decor on it. So I'm using the Betty Crocker non-perils, the multicolored ones. I'm going to sprinkle those on it while the chocolate's still wet, so it sets up like that. So anyway, I'm going to take, I got snowflake shaped Ritz crackers, but normally I just use the regular round ones. So I'm going to drop one in the chocolate and just make sure it gets coated. Then let the excess chocolate drip off. And then I'm going to put it on my paper. I'll move you out so you can see what I'm going to do with it next. Okay, so I've laid it on my paper, and then I'm going to sprinkle the little multicolored sprinkles on it. So I'm going to keep laying them out and sprinkling those on it, and I'll be back when we're done doing that. Okay, so I finished dipping them all and putting the sprinkles on them, and now I'm just going to let them cool completely. And I used just a little under 2 sleeves of the Ritz crackers. So once they cool completely, I'll bring you back. Okay, y'all, so it's been probably about 3 or 4 hours I've let them set up real good, and I've taken them off the paper and just put them on a platter, and you can just cover them with plastic wrap and store them at room temperature. They probably won't last very long, but they'll probably be good for at least a week. Anyway, I'll leave the amounts of the measurements down below with the recipe, and thanks for watching. See y'all next time. Bye.